Os. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. All right, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded, here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Free. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ礼儀を重んずること。一つ景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. よい。しばらくち。Ready? よい。So today's class is a intermediate and an advanced class. All right. So what we're going to do today is a kumite style workout. All right. So if you have a bag available, I would highly suggest you get it out. If you don't have a bag available, you can try to do this like a shadow boxing style. But in my opinion, it works a little bit better if you actually have a target for impact. Okay. So what I have planned is 10 2-minute rounds, 1 minute of rest between each round. All right. What we're going to do is focus on one particular combination. So it's not going to be freestyle. All right. What you're going to do is for 2 minutes, for instance, the beginning, we're doing Kazamazuki and Gyakuzuki. So I just want you to transition from left to right. You can do it as often as you want. If you want to throw a bunch of rights, and then when I say that, I mean transitioning from the combination left and right. Okay. So for instance, we're going to start with Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki. So Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki. You can do this as long as you want, but then you need to rotate at some point so that your stance is changed, so that your Kazamazuki is now with your right and your Gyakuzuki is with your left. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about when I say transition. I want you to transition left and right regardless of the combination, so that you start off doing the combination with your left foot forward, or you start off the combination with your right foot forward. All right? If you want to stick with one thing throughout, I'm going to say it's okay to do that, all right? And the only reason I say that is because in Kumite, this may be your fighting style. Maybe you're left foot forward and that's what you prefer to do, right? But I highly suggest that you transition back and forth. Again, it just gives you a little bit more variety as an athlete, as a Kumite, sparring person. Whenever you're getting into being able to transition left and right, and as your opponent, I'm not looking for the same thing over and over, right? I can see the same thing happening, right? You're always left foot forward. I know where your attacks are coming from. I know how best to defend against those attacks. If you can switch it up, it keeps me guessing, all right? So that's the plan for today. I do have a timer. We'll get that timer going. Like I said, we're going to do 2 minutes with a 1 minute break. During that 1 minute break, I'll explain the next combination, and we'll go from there, all right? Should take us, like I said, I have 10 combos set up for us, 2 minutes each. That's 20 minutes with a 1 minute break in between. That's 30 minutes, okay? That's what we're aiming for today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start my watch, and we're going to go ahead and I'll start the timer. It's going to count us down, so you're going to hear the countdown. You'll know when we're done. You'll hear the beeps, okay? You'll get used to it. First combination, like I said, is Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki. Move around your bag. Okay, I would suggest doing this workout with someone as an opponent or as a sparring partner. I would try to work this with a bag if possible. And again, it may be possible to get through this without a bag, but I really think that you're going to get more out of it by having a target that you can impact throughout this workout. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click the timer to start our first 2 minutes. Okay. Remember, we're doing Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki. All right, this will give us a 10-second countdown. Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki, okay? Here we go. Change levels, okay? Doesn't always have to be head, so you can change your level. The point of this is to get them to try to defend high as you then go low, okay? So defend high, go low. All right, 1 minute break. Same drill, all right? This time, add a Mawashi Geri round kick with your rear leg, okay? Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki, rear leg round kick, okay? Change your stance, all right? Change your stance left and right. Ready? Got about 30 to 40 seconds here to break, to rest, to grab water if you need water, all right? I just cleaned my mats today, and I'm stepping on like cold water somewhere in here, right here. All right, about 15 seconds. Same drill. Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki, add a Mawashi Geri with the rear leg, right? Go as slow or as fast as you want here. This is up to you to figure out your speed. Ready? Go. Remember that you're defending on this side, right? When that kick comes, you want to defend that side. So keep your hand up to block anything that could be coming at you this way. Change your height, okay? Kick height. Doesn't always have to be chewed on. If you can go Jodan, go Jodan. If you can only do Gadan, do Gadan, all right? Again, taking out the legs is important in a fight. So if you can kick low, kick low. All right, 1 minute break. All right, we're gonna change it up. I'm going to do front leg yokogeri. Front leg yokogeri, then gyakuzuki, then a rear leg maigeri, or mawashi-geri. All right, so front leg, side kick, punch, kick. All right, this side, kick, punch, kick. Okay, again, speed is up to you. All right, go as slow as you need to get it done accurately. Slowly build your speed. All right, don't try to keep up with me. If you can go faster than me, go faster. All right, again, this is intermediate and advanced. Okay, do your best. Ready? All right, remember what we're doing here. Side kick brings their body forward. Reverse punch catches them as they come forward. Round kick takes them off balance. All right, that's your 3 techniques here. Control. Hit your target soft, hit your target hard. Utilize control, okay? Try to do your best to figure out, I'm gonna lightly hit versus you're gonna heavy hit, okay? You should have control over that so you know exactly where your punch or your kick is gonna land and how much power is behind it, okay? All right, good job. All right, next up, rear leg, mawashi-geri, kazamazuki, gyakuzuki. It's like the second drill, but reversed. So, kick, okay, punch, punch. Okay, the kick is rear leg, kick, punch, punch. This side, same thing. Ready? Kick. I'm going to leave it up to you whether you want to switch after the kick, okay? Because it's going to depend on distance from your target. Kick, punch, punch, yeah, versus kick, punch, punch, okay? My punches came on the same side even though my kick did not. Rear leg kick always. Rear leg kick always. But decide if you're stepping through with your kick or you're returning your kick back to where you started. All right, it's up to you. You make that decision. Ready? All right, 1 minute break. Next up, Gyakuzuki, Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki, Ushio-geri. All right, reverse punch, Kazamazuki, reverse punch, turn, back kick. Okay, trying to knock your bag over. I'm going to try my best as well. Control your kick. Look at your target. Don't just throw these kicks. Okay, look at your target and make sure you're trying to connect with that target. Okay. All right. Gyakuzuki, Kazamazuki, Gyakuzuki, Ushio-geri. All right. Mix these up if you can. All right. Try your best to do these kicks with both feet. Okay. Same thing as the punches. All right. Change it up. Ready? Again, vary your kick height, okay? Whether you're going low or medium, you can try high, but these kicks are more effective low and medium, okay? All right. Kazamazuki, Mawashi-geri, Ushio-geri. Kazamazuki, jab, round kick, back kick. Other side. Kazamazuki, round, back. Kazamazuki, round, back. All right? Whatever you can do to get that combination to work for you. Okay? Kazamazuki, Mawashi-geri, Ushio-geri. Those are your three techniques. All right? I don't care, right or left, how you start or how you finish. I want you to get those three techniques in, all right, on your target. Okay? Try to use momentum to swing, okay? Using that hip drive, okay? Momentum helps swing. So here, this may help swing this. Okay? Go ahead and start. Ready? Kazamazuki, Mawashi-geri, Ushio-geri. This brings you close to your opponent, so your back kick is going to be very strong. Okay? Notice how I can't fully extend my leg because I'm going to knock my bag completely over. Okay? So remember that. If it's a person, you want that. Extend your leg, drive your opponent back, land with power. All right, next up, front leg front kick, Mayashi Maigeri, okay? Mayashi Maigeri, and then rear leg, Mawashi Geri. Front, round, front, round, okay? Switch it up. You don't have to keep your hands on your hips. Keep your hands in a fighting position, jukumai, all right? All right, Mayashi Maigeri, rear leg Mawashi Geri. Switch it up. Ready? Got about 25 seconds. This is round 6, all right? 6, 7, 8, 7. This is number 7. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, starting 7. Ready? Mayashi Maigeri, Mawashi Geri. Ready? This is good to back up an opponent and then immediately follow up with an attack. Or this could be a knee to the knee, round kick to the thigh. Okay? As your opponent is advancing, you're catching them in the knee. Round kick can come here, or up here. Okay? All right. Next up, rear leg Yoko Geri. Urikanuchi. All right, so here, your rear leg side kick. So you need to change up. Side, back fist. Okay? Now you're set up for the next one, all right? Give yourself some distance, step in, side kick, back fist. Okay? That's what we're doing here. Rear leg Yoko Geri, Uriken Uchi. Got about 25 seconds. Grab water, towel off as you need, okay? Ten seconds. Rear leg Yoko Geri, Uriken Uchi. Ready? All right, again, this is a good one to catch, right? Your opponent, they get kicked, they bring their face to you, right? They get kicked, face comes up for that Urikanuchi. Ready? Keep going. All right. Front leg yokogeri this time. Kizamazuki, Gyakuzuki. Okay, front leg. As it comes down, punch, punch. All right. This draws you into your opponent very tight. Okay, that side kick does. The Kizamazuki, quick jab, body with that Gyakuzuki. All right. Should have brought a towel out here. My bag is soaked. All right. Hang in there. 30 more seconds here for a break. Front, yokogeri, mayashi, yokogeri, Kizamazuki, Gyakuzuki. Jab, reverse punch. Okay? Make that reverse punch what you want. You want it to be a hook? You want it to be an uppercut? Okay? Again, it's coming from the back. So turn it into whatever works. Turn it into what makes sense during that situation. Okay? Let's go. Front leg. Change it up. Careful here. Don't hurt your wrists, all right? These uppercuts on the bag, don't go crazy, all right? Just contact is fine. Contact, contact, okay? Don't worry about taking your bag down or killing your bag. It's not gonna happen, it's already dead, all right? All right, last thing we're doing, Kizamazuki. Kizamazuki, Gyakuzuki, Hizageri, knee, right? Jab, punch, grab, knee, okay? This punch, whether it lands or it doesn't, grab the back of the head, grab the shoulder, okay? Pull them into that Hizageri, that knee, all right? 30 seconds. Last one, all right? Stay with me. Yeah, we're good, we're good. 20 seconds. It's awfully wet. Okay. Jab, cross, knee. Okay? Jab, cross, knee. Ready? Grab with both hands if you want, okay? Whatever makes sense. Again, the situation dictates, okay? Grab the back, right? Grab the hair by the front, by the front. All right, now May, we're done. Take a second, catch your breath, grab water, grab a towel if you need, okay? I'm gonna take a lap, catch my breath, and we're gonna come back to center of class to close out, okay? All right, back to center, yoi, subidachi, right, yoi, sends up, all right, today's meditation, I want you to meditate, all right, bringing your heart rate down. We did a pretty high heart rate workout, so I want you to work on bringing your heart rate down. Focus on your breathing, focus on your heart rate. Bakso. Mokusuime, Sentinure, Tate, Yoi, Sudachi, right, Yoi, Os. All right, students, thank you for joining me for this class, a good kumite sparring class, focusing on one combination at a time for a 2-minute round, okay? Definitely not freestyle, okay? Something that we can work on in another class. Freestyle is just kind of going all out, and I really wanted to take this time to focus on something for 2 minutes straight. Focus on little adjustments that you can make, distance from you to your opponent, impact, control. Those are the things that I want you to focus on when you're going through this workout. All right? Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next class. Os.